Astro Fam, I'm Astral Jen and welcome to the No Fluff Show. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about something very, very intense. And that's energy harvesting disguised as friendship. Because not every soul connection is sacred. Some of them are just masked manipulation dressed up in matching vibes and fake deep quotes. And the worst part, you don't even realize that it's happening until you're emotionally exhausted, questioning your own worth, and wondering why you're still dimming your light to keep somebody else comfortable. So let's get into this energy harvesting disguised as friendship. All right, so first let's talk about what energy harvesting is. So energy harvesting is the act of siphoning energy from somebody else, whether that's physically, emotionally, spiritually, or all of the above, without giving back in equal or healthy ways. So it creates an imbalance. Now, sometimes this is intentional, and sometimes this is not intentional. But either way, it's theft. They feed off your joy, your attention, your light, your consistency, and your spiritual insight. And the worst part, they do it with a smile. They call you bestie. They call it healing. But really, they're just plugging into your power source like it's theirs. And that is not the case. Now I want to talk about the red flags that you will get with these hidden energy vampires, because the reality is these people are a wolf in sheep's clothing. They are your enemy. So let's go over the warning signs so you're not gaslighting yourself if you notice this happening with these so-called friends. You always feel tired, heavy, or off after hanging out with them. They only show up when you're thriving, never when you're struggling. They talk like you, dress like you, post on social media like you, but act like it's original. They say things like, "You're triggered," whenever you set boundaries. They trauma dump on you, but disappear when you're hurting. You feel obligated to answer even when you're drained. You walk away from conversations with them feeling guilty or unsure of yourself. And they joke about envying your life, but it never feels like a joke. Things like, "I'm so jelly, must be nice." Always pay attention to the tone and the things they choose to say to you. Now, here's the thing that really will blow your mind. Some of these people genuinely don't think they're doing anything wrong. They have no self-awareness. They have no idea that they're actually an energy vampire. And that's why this is so insidious. All right, so now I want to go deeper down this rabbit hole. I want to talk about the different types of energy harvesters that you could encounter, because the reality is not all energetic thieves show up with fangs. Most of them come, wrapped in love bombs and shared trauma. So let's talk about the different ways these people can show up in your life. Let's talk about the mirror thief. These people, they don't know who they are, so they study you, copy you, mimic you, become you. You think you've got a soul connection, but really, they're just downloading your essence like it's a free template, and you've got to cut it off the moment you see them mirroring you. Now let's talk about what I like to call the clingy healer. They're always processing. They're always awakening. But somehow you're always the one helping them. And that is creating a massive imbalance between the two of you. because you didn't sign up to be somebody's emotional therapist, but here you are, and that is what you are doing. And they act like you owe them your light. They act like you must help them. It is an expectation. So if you recognize this in any of your connections, you need to cut it off immediately. So now I want to talk about what I like to call the vibe chaser. Okay, so these people chase your glow, your momentum, your success, but never once ask how you're doing. But they'll party with you in all of your joy. They'll hang out and ride your success, but they ghost you the moment you have something really serious come up, or if you are filled with grief. They are nowhere to be found. So if you recognize you have somebody like this in your life, you need to cut them off. Now I want to talk about what I like to call the soft guilt giver. They won't demand anything. They'll just imply and plant the seed and watch you with the expectation that you're going to nurture it, water it, and help it grow. They'll make you feel bad for setting a boundary or even canceling plans because something else very important came up. This is emotional manipulation in friendship packaging. They will guilt you, they will make you feel bad, and when you walk away from them, you will literally have to detox. If you have anybody in your orbit like this, run for the hills because they will bring you down several notches and they will make you feel really bad. And lastly, I want to talk about the spiritual gaslighter. They don't honor your boundaries, they spiritualize them. You express a valid concern and suddenly that's your shadow, or just a mirror, or you're projecting, or you're paranoid. They have no accountability. They just deflect whatever you send toward them. If you have a spiritual gaslighter in your life, you need to cut them off immediately. Now I want to talk about the patterns that you need to look for. So if things keep happening in your connections, in your friendships, it is not a coincidence. It is a pattern. So, do you find yourself over-explaining your boundaries with a certain person? Or do you feel responsible for their emotions or progress? How about this? Are you constantly the listener, the helper, or the light source in the dynamic? How about this? Do you walk away feeling foggy, tired, or even off balance? And lastly, do they get moody or even distant when you succeed or shine? You need to look for the patterns, and this is how you do it. These are literal energetic patterns. The reality of this is real friends uplift, they don't drain. So when you think of your friendships and your connections, that's the simplest way to look at it. Do they uplift you or do they drain you? If they drain you, you know what you need to do. All right, so now I want to talk about how to break this energy connection, okay? There are different ways to do this, and every episode I do try to share different things. That way you can find something that you're comfortable with or that you resonate with. If none of these work, definitely go do a search online to find things that do. The most important part is that you connect with your practices. That way they really work well for you. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do on a weekly basis, every single week, you have to do an energy cord check. It's a very simple process. You sit in meditation and you feel your body. You feel your energy. And you say, "Show me what I'm connected to." And you will start to visualize and feel the cords. Some of those connections are good. Some of those connections are bad. Then you ask, out of all of these cords, what is draining me. And you will feel it. Images will pop into your mind. You will hear names. You will hear songs. You will know who it is. They will pop up every single time. And if you feel they are draining you, you say this: this connection is released. I call all energy back to myself now, cleared and restored. And you peacefully remove the cord. You visualize it being removed from you and going back to sender. You have to do this every week, because every week you have to break off anything that doesn't serve you. And now I want to talk about enforcing spiritual invisibility. So some people only pull on your energy because they can see it. They can basically feel it, see it, and know that it's there. And because they do, they pull it off of you, okay? So it's important to do things to protect yourself daily, is what I mean by spiritual invisibility. So you can wear protection gemstones. You can use sprays. For instance, basil or mugwort are really good to spray on you to protect you before you go out. So consider that. You can use frankincense, you can use sage, whatever you feel comfortable using as an oil or a spray, you can put on you, and that will shield you. Like an invisible cloak will go around you when you're out and about. The other thing that really works is doing a sigil on your clothes or skin of protection. You can use runes, you can use different sigils. There are many things to choose from, but you can basically draw that on your clothes or your skin and visualize, okay, a cloak of light all around you. And then you can say, my light is cloaked from those who seek to feed, not support. I walk unseen by those who do not serve my highest good. And if you command that, if you declare that, that is the protection that is around you when you go out. And I definitely recommend doing something that will keep you basically invisible while you're out. So again, gemstones, oils, sprays, sigils, they all work well, but you must command your energy daily. And you need to say, if it is not of my highest good, it is not welcome. I cast it out. I remove it. Return to sender. And you have to command it with your whole heart and soul, because you are the boss of your energy. Don't let anyone else take it from you or command you. And lastly, sweeping your field every single day, okay? You use your hands to sweep off energy, okay? So you do this daily. I recommend doing this with Palo Santo or even sage. You will smoke around your whole body, and then you will sweep the energy off of you, starting from your head, and you move all the way to your feet. And you make sure that a door or window is cracked open so that any negative energy or toxic cords can leave through that opening. Definitely do this after being around a group of people. If you go to work, if you go out, even if you go to the grocery store, okay? Because you can absorb energy. This isn't just about connection and friendship. This is about absorbing energy. So if you feel off after going out doing anything, anytime you feel heavy, do this sweeping exercise. Say, I remove you, remove, release, feel it, know it. And say out loud with the vibration of your voice, any energy that is not mine is swept away. I reclaim my aura. And you will do this again from head to your feet, and you will see it leave. You command your field. You have to take control of it every single day. It's hard. We want friends, we want connections, but just because they call you soul family doesn't mean they're here, to nourish you. Sometimes they're just orbiting your shine like a mosquito, buzzing, feeding, disguised as love. So don't confuse proximity with purpose. Don't confuse shared pain with aligned paths. And don't confuse spiritual lingo with spiritual integrity. Real connection doesn't drain you. It fills you. It grounds you. It expands you. And if it costs your energy, your peace, or your truth, it's not love. That's a leech. And you need to remove the leech from your field. So that's all I got for you, Astral fam. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever felt more exhausted with someone than without them? I would love to hear from you about that. Also, like this video if you're done being the source of other people's supply. And subscribe because in episode 12, we're going to be talking about how to stop letting people feed off your light without feeling guilty. I will see you in the next episode.